another one or no? That's it.
One other one.
Yeah.
I don't.
I love you, Tigerbelly. My name is Kobe, and I'm 21 years old.
Here we go.
And I have no friends.
Aww.
I've lived in 3.
That's why I
Why did you? I lived in 3 different states since graduating high school and burned every bridge after leaving each state. My best friend lives in Australia, and I really spend most of my time alone. I find it hard because some days I can barely leave the house because I'm not confident in what I look like. I'm super insecure and find small talk really hard. I love to rate films, but doing so alone is difficult and never as fun or fulfilling. Having like-minded friends and a support system and love and care is something I'm really missing in my life. Do you guys have any ideas where I can start meeting people and become more confident in myself? Love you guys. Kobe.
I'm really bad at this
I
stuff
have
because
no
I'm kind of
friends.
I can do it.
antisocial. Yeah.
The thing is that he reminds me of myself because I think there's something about struggling, being, young and trying to figure it out, that there is a thing that I miss about that, of the unknown, right? And when I was, how old is he?
21.
Yeah, in my early 20s, I had one friend, and and I hardly saw him. I had people that I worked with, but I never really hung out with. And another thing, before I did stand-up, I couldn't look at people in their eyes. If I got pulled over by the cops, I couldn't lock eyes with them. I would just turn away. Women, forget about it. I could not look at them in the eyes. I was petrified. So what ended up happening was I would walk around Pacific Beach in San Diego by myself back in the 90s and just like go to there was a coffee shop called Zanzibar that was open 24/7. And at 2 a.m, I would just sit there and drink espresso and just play chess with like homeless people. And I would write poetry. I know it's sad. Or I'd write like little, I had a journal. I would write, whatever. But, and I thought, and I was sober too. That was the one thing. By going to meetings, I could go to, I meet people, so that's where I kind of got, my social,
Community.
See, I'd recommend the opposite. This guy needs to smoke some weed, chill the fuck out, meet some people.
You think, yeah.
Get drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Unhelpful advice.
Yeah.
But you're saying that you went to meetings and you met people with like the same.
But still, I didn't hang out with them. I would go to a meeting and just kind of leave. But all that time though, it drove me into where I'm at now, right? Like without that sadness, without that loneliness, for me, I would not. If I was a good-looking white dude in San Diego and had all the things given to me, I would not be here. But because of the fact that I was little and weird, I had orange hair, long, right, and just kind of like I had a lot of zits and just meek, that's what drove me to do stand-up.
Right.
So I don't know where that path is going to, but a lot of times it's not a bad thing.
So you're saying allow the suffering. It's
I
essential.
think it could inspire you. I mean, don't go shoot up a school,
No,
right?
don't want that.
Yeah, right. Don't do that.
Let's avoid that.
Do something positive, right? But let that be your, motivator
Yeah.
to come out of yourself. Maybe you'll create something or do something, or you'll work hard at something and you'll overcome it, But a lot of times your early 20s is, my favorite book was Catcher in the Rye.
Oh, Holden Caulfield.
Yeah, just a sad,
Sad.
I used to read things like Notes from the Underground.
Oh my God, that's my favorite book for
right?
Dostoevsky.
Yeah, Dostoevsky.
Yeah, you're very existential in your early. I was very dark too.
Yeah.
And I think that the depression, you've got to go there. You got to get weird, but you've got to come out of that, like you're saying, and find a way to be constructive about your suffering. Because otherwise, that's the danger, is that you become a fucking loser your whole life.
Right.
Suffer, yes, but make the diamond out of that pressure, right?
Yeah.
That nasty. But he's asking how to have friends, I think is the...
Yeah, but, but can I just say something? Like you just said, Notes of an Underground was about a guy, right? In a basement, looking through that little window, right? And just these thoughts, right? It's like Fear and Trembling by Kierkegaard. I mean, I was into that whole thing, right?
My God.
Because it fed into my depression and my loneliness, but in many ways, that inner dialogue that I would have, looking around, being antisocial, it really helped me drive me into where I'm at now.
And also, may I say that when I would, anytime I would be attracted to boys in my 20s, it was never the loud, obnoxious guy. It was always the weird guy in the corner.
Of course.
The emo guy that was kind of cute, but also kind of like, there's something more there.
Yes.
And he was usually depressed. There was probably something wrong with him.
Yeah.
But those are the ones I always reached out to. Those are the ones I was fascinated by.
Yeah. But I would say for this dude, like what you're saying, go find something that you enjoy doing. And in the enjoying of the doing of the thing, you might find other people that share it. For instance, you found your tribe in comedy. So if this guy finds it's in surfing or whatever the fuck he likes, find some shit you like.
Yeah.
And also,
get a dog. Take the dog to the dog park.
Right.
Meet other dog
wow,
people.
that's good advice.
And the people that you will party with in your 20s are not going to be your lifelong friends anyhow.
No,
I don't,
not all the time.
most of the people that I partied with in my 20s, I fucking hate today. Or not hate, but you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't bother catching up with necessarily.
Well, your 20s are a time of growth and expansion, and
Yeah.
they're terrifying. And they're really hyped up to be this awesome thing, and they're fucking not. I don't think life gets good until you're in your 30s, at least.
That's where my career started, in my 30s.
Yeah.
I got Mad TV at 29.
Oh, my God.
Right? So then in my 30s, I was on Mad. And I was young and it was exciting. And, but in my 20s, I just see darkness.
Yeah.
But you know what? That was when I struggled. But many times I miss it. And also I'm so grateful for it. I'll even drive down, I'll go to Silver Lake, I drive down some streets and go, oh, I remember that El Pollo Loco, Christina and I got in a fight because they used to have these BRCs, bean, rice, and cheese burritos. Nice. They were $1. And I remember we only had $1. So then we split the BRC down the middle,
dude.
and we got in a fight because one was bigger than the other one.
But do you know how to solve that problem?
Wow.
And when you have two kids, you gotta have one splits it, the other one chooses.
Ooh.
Oh, we didn't know that system.
Yeah, so that's how you make
Oh,
it
fuck.
fair. The person who splits it's gonna make it as equal as possible because the other next one gets to
That's
choose
so
it.
smart.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. We got in a fist fight. Yeah.
Different.
Full-blown fist fight.
Different.
Yeah,
You've got all the answers. See,
Yeah.
now I know why you're with this
yeah,
lady.
she has very good answers.
Because you know, real life
I don't know how to
stuff.
open up an avocado.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, she knows how to do it.
Have you
What
seen him open
comedian-
an avocado?
No,
Yeah.
but I don't know either, dude. That's why like you.
Yeah.
You have to teach the comedians how to be normal.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Can I say something? This podcast was really just pleasurable to me.
Oh.
It really was. I know you
I love
canceled
you
19
guys.
times, but and you moved it 19 times, but it's fine. It was worth it.
Captain Showbiz.
Yeah.
You cancel once, but I cancel.
Yeah.
I love
Don't
you guys
cancel. But my
so
point
much.
is that